I'm not sure if I am the Statue of Liberty or Marie Antoinette. I've been thinking quite a bit today about all the people in the health sector out there all around the world who are giving up their time and their health in some cases to try and save lives and to try and get this pandemic under control. And they must just be so I wouldn't like to be in their shoes, because I think they must be so stressed, and I don't know, I think they're just so brave, and maybe we're not showing our appreciation as much. I don't know, but from me to all of you around the world, a huge thumbs up. Well done. You're doing a fantastic job. Day 9, looking quite summery today. Still no sign of buds on the plants, but the snow's nearly all gone. Did I say it's day 9? I can't even remember. But started on a new knitting project with scraps. That's why it's so multicolored. So I reckon that today is an excellent day to bake some cookies. What do you think? So my bananas are getting a little bit brown, so I've decided before I make the cookies, I'm going to make a banana bread. Not sure what I'm going to do with all of this. Oh, ready to put my banana bread mixture into an oven. I've decided not to do the sugar cookies that I was going to do, because I remembered that I was given this Toll House semi-sweet morsels real chocolate thingies when I was in America, so I'm going to try and make chocolate chip cookies instead. Okay, ready now with the chocolate chip cookies. Banana bread is going really nicely, and yeah, first lot are ready to go in of the chocolate chip cookies as soon as the banana bread is done. No idea why I'm making all of this, because I'm diabetic. I'm not even supposed to be eating this. Okay, banana bread up the oven. First load of chocolate chip cookies up the oven. Looking pretty good. Chocolate chip cookies, banana bread, and some sangria that I made last night. Lots of fruit, so it's so healthy. I'm so looking forward to being healthy. Not sure what I'm going to do with all of these though. Being alone in the house with all of this, it's a bit disconcerting. Day 10, another beautiful day. Snow is all but gone. From all my little viewpoints, definitely see the snow vanishing. And this is the area that had like the most snow still, but you can see that is now shrinking. Well, there's a bird out there. Wandering around. See how brown the grass is under the snow there. Breakfast of champions this morning. Marmite toast and an orange juice. Normally on a Sunday morning I have egg on toast, but I'm trying to ration my eggs and not use them for things like egg on toast, but rather in case I have the urge to bake and I need eggs. Not that I should be baking, because I've got all these chocolate chip cookies and banana bread now. So, relatively lazy Sunday, making a video, phoning my family around the world, chilling, watching TV, and knitting, working on the next masterpiece with all the little scraps that I have left. So although it looks lovely outside and it looks warm like a nice spring day, the temperature is actually 1 degree Celsius. Day 11 of the Norwegian coronavirus lockdown. You can see the snow is definitely going away. Actually seeing a vehicle in the road. Not a bad day. It's a little bit overcast. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning, doing a lot of admin stuff, sending emails, parents, staff, etc. Had 3 chocolate chip cookies for lunch today. Maybe not the healthiest of lunches. Wow, someone's been throwing away a lot of stuff here. I don't know if there's space for my rubbish. They filled up this whole thing. Oh well, it's not going to close. See, this is supposed to be for the recycle stuff. Oh well, it's going to have to be like that. Oh, definitely icy wind, very icy wind. Let me take a walk. I've actually had a bit of a headache for the last day or so, so I thought I needed fresh air. Not a sign of anybody, nobody's even working there. Nothing. This is like a ghost place. As this would have been day 5 without me going outside, I decided to go outside today to throw away the rubbish. But I do declare it is actually quite icy outside. Okay, my time outside is over. It's way too cold. Of course, as usual, I'm probably not really properly dressed for outside with my Crocs. 12, kettle is on, some coffee, just had a shower. Snow's definitely shrinking even more. It is looking a bit cold and frosty. Bit of a miserable day today. Didn't do much recording yesterday because I had 2 meetings on Zoom, one with my class and one with the staff. And this morning is going to be my first actual lesson I'm going to give on Zoom. So I'm going to be doing decimal fractions, so that'll be good. So I've made the decision. I'm going to throw away and bury these hard rocks I created last week because I just can't. Oh my God, listen to that. I can't. I'm gonna throw it away. I tried, but I made such delicious banana bread and chocolate chip cookies. I can't do this. Okay, never again will I try and make bola. Lunch today is avocado toast with some defrosted frozen avocado and Marmite. Avocado and Marmite, best thing ever. And then I sprinkle a little bit of chipotle flakes on it. But I have to just tell you about these avocado slices that you get in, I've only ever seen them actually in Norway and Sweden. I'm sure you can probably get them elsewhere around the world. But the problem is buying avocados, fresh avocados in Norway, they're very, very expensive. It's like almost €3 for one tiny avocado. And I would say at least 60% of the time when you cut it open, it's yucky inside. So this is actually cheaper than the fresh avocados, it tastes just as delicious, and you know that you're not going to get any bad ones. Which reminds me, I wonder how my avocado pips are doing. So these are my pips. They're drying a little bit, so I need to moisten them. But let's have a look and see if anything is happening. Absolutely nothing happening with that one. Let's see here. Nothing happening with that one. I don't know if this is going to work. This was just something that I saw online. Ooh, something seems to be happening. Yeah, this one's starting to split open. That's a very, very, very good sign. So, okay, something's happening with that one. And the last one, let's have a look. These were my avocados from Turkey. Okay, so it only seems to be one. Oh, yeah, I was going to say just one has got something happening, but this one's also starting to split, so that's excellent. So maybe I'll be able to grow some avocado trees. Put a huge pot of different vegetables into the slow cooker. You know, when you live alone, you don't go through things that quickly, and especially when you have things like chocolate chip cookies for lunch instead of your vegetables. So all those that were getting to be close to throwaway, I have put in this pot, and I'm going to cook it up and make like a big vegetable stew. Day 13 of my vantage point, from my vantage points of the world. This is my world, this street. There we go. Oh, there's the sunrise. Who would have thought in these crazy times you would actually hear me say, I'm actually quite enjoying washing dishes, just like normal chores like this. It's quite relaxing. Look how pretty the sun's streaming into the kitchen. So I am going to bake a loaf of whole wheat bread. After last week's boiler disaster, I regained baking confidence by successfully making chocolate chip cookies and banana bread. So now I am going to make whole wheat bread, because the boiler that I made, I can't even talk about that anymore. I threw them away. But I set my class a challenge this week, a bread baking challenge. So they're all busy posting videos for me on their bread baking. So now I've got to rise up to the challenge as well. This whole wheat bread literally has 5 ingredients. So we're going to see how it's going to work out. It's going to be 4 cups of whole wheat flour, 1 packet of instant dry yeast, 2 cups of warm water, and 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. Just put 1 teaspoon into each one of the cups of warm water, and half a teaspoon of salt. And you're going to mix all that together, and then you're going to let it rise for about 20 minutes. You can put your oven on to about 200 centigrade at the moment, and we'll see what it's going to look like then. Okay, so I've put in 1 cup of that hell corn, and 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 packet of yeast, half teaspoon of salt, and I'm about to add in the hot water with the maple syrup, or the warm water, should I say, not hot water, warm water. Put in 1 cup with a teaspoon of maple syrup dissolved into it. Here's the 2nd cup with a teaspoon of maple syrup. Thanks to my Canadian friends who keep me well supplied with maple syrup. And now apparently you don't need, you just mix it all together. sloppy. I'm not too sure. Let's see how this is going to work. So I've mixed it together. This is what it looks like. It's quite sort of sticky. And I'm now going to put it in a lined bread tin and leave it so it'll hopefully rise for about 20 minutes, and then I'll pop it into the oven. It is poured out into the baking pan. I have to say it looks a bit like oats porridge, but I'm going to cover it now with a cloth so it can rise, hopefully. I'm going to put it on the windowsill where the sun was coming in, but seems to have disappeared now. But I'm going to just put it on the windowsill and give it 20 minutes, and we'll see if it rises. And then the sun catches the bread, and I'm just thinking, please, please, please rise. Don't be like the bola, please rise. Time to reward a day's hard work with some Somersby pear cider. And what I'm going to do now is I've decided I've got the urge to make some jelly. So this is still jelly that I brought back from South Africa last year actually. So I'm going to put in a cup of boiling water, and then I'm going to pour in the jelly, and then instead of cold water I'm going to add in mandarin slices. A tip with jelly is you've got to always make sure that before you add anything cold, that the powder has completely dissolved in the boiling water, because if you don't do that, you're going to get like a thick skin on the bottom, which is actually like a piece of plastic, turns into almost like plastic. It's not so great. So stir it around like mad, get it to dissolve, and now you can add in, I can't see anything left at the bottom, I'm going to add in the mandarin slices, and there you go. And the tip is, if you're adding in some fruit into your jelly, don't add in the cold water as well, because usually you're putting in boiling water and then a cup of boiling water and a cup of cold water. But if you're adding in fruit like this, there's always some juice with the fruit, so don't add in cold water, just the boiling water and then the fruit. Okay, this is going to go in the fridge, and well, probably have some of this a bit later after dinner. Have some dessert, because look at me, it's like I really do need dessert during lockdown. I'm almost too scared to walk into the kitchen. Has it risen? Has it risen? Oh my goodness, the cloth has moved. Oh my God. Oh, this is... It hasn't just risen, it's poured over. Anyway, it's going to go into the oven now for 40 minutes. Yes, it's in the oven now and it's like pouring out. I'm not too sure what's going to happen here. This is a gift from a Canadian friend. How cool is that? So my bread is up the oven. It looks quite good. I'm going to do something that my late grandmother always used to do. Whenever she used to bake bread, and whenever she take it out the oven, she used to always get like a little bit of butter and melt it on the top. I've never seen it actually in a recipe that that's what you should do, but whenever I bake bread, I just do that because that's what my old granny used to do. Okay, so I reckon let's get this out. It smells delicious. Here we have them. Here's our loaf of bread. Just let it cool down. I think it looks quite good. Doesn't feel that heavy. Hopefully it'll be good. I'll try to let it cool down and then I'll cut off the crust. This bread is delicious. It's soft and it's powdery. This is the crust. Ah, fantastic. Not sure why I said powdery. I meant fluffy. Soft and fluffy. Definitely not powdery. As you can see, jelly has set. Yum. Oops, because it's quite overcast today, I thought it was much later than it is. So I started drinking at about 1:30 when I thought it was already 4:30. Beat me. So as we come towards the end of another day in lockdown, if you can help an old lady out who's trying to grow her channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. All interactions, everything helps to grow the channel. It helps you get picked up by the YouTube algorithm. And well, seeing we all on lockdown, let's just keep watching videos and keep subscribing. That'll be awesome. See you on the next adventure.